Some days you wake up already feeling tired. Maybe a little behind. Maybe wondering why English still feels hard, even though you try. If that's you, take a breath. You're not failing. You're human.
This podcast is a quiet place to slow down, feel safe, and learn English without pressure. If calm, natural English helps you feel more confident. Subscribe to Boost English and stay with us. You don't need to rush here. Just listening is enough.
Some mornings feel heavy before the day even starts. You wake up, look at the time, and already feel behind. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe a little anxious. Maybe you tell yourself, I should be doing better by now. And when you think about English, that feeling gets stronger. You want to improve, but you don't know where to put it in your busy life. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone.
Many learners feel pressure in the morning. There is noise, messages, plans, and responsibility. English can feel like one more thing on a long list. And when you feel that pressure, your motivation becomes quiet. You start thinking, I'll do it later, or I'll start next week. That doesn't mean you are lazy. It means you are human.
This podcast is here to slow that moment down. You don't need energy. You don't need perfect focus. Just being here is enough. If this calm style helps you feel better about English, you can subscribe to Boost English. We learn slowly here. We learn kindly. And we learn together.
Before we continue, take one breath. You don't need to change your whole life today. Just stay here for a few minutes.
Welcome to Boost English, the podcast. This is a quiet place where you can slow down and learn English naturally, without stress and without pressure. You do not need to prove anything here. You do not need to be fast or perfect. You are already doing something good just by being here and listening. Today, we are talking about how a small morning routine can help your English grow in a calm and gentle way.
When we say morning routine, we do not mean something strict or difficult. We do not mean waking up very early, making a long plan, or studying for hours. We are not talking about a perfect routine. We are talking about something simple, something realistic, something that fits into your real life, even on busy days. A morning routine can be very small, and it can still make a difference.
Many learners think they need a lot of time to improve English. They think, I need 1 hour, or I need a full lesson, or I need the perfect plan. And when they cannot do that, they feel bad. They feel guilty. They feel like they are failing. But English does not grow only with big effort. It grows with small, repeated moments. A few minutes every day can be more powerful than one long study session once a week.
Morning is a special time. It is often quieter than the rest of the day. Your mind is not full yet. You have not talked to many people. You have not read many messages. Even if your morning is busy, there is often a small space. Maybe when you wake up. Maybe when you drink tea or coffee. Maybe when you travel to work or school. That small space can become your English time.
Your morning routine does not need to look impressive. Nobody needs to see it. It is not for social media. It is for you. It can be listening to English for 5 minutes. It can be saying 1 or 2 sentences out loud. It can be writing a short note in English. These small actions are enough. You are not trying to become perfect. You are trying to become a little more comfortable.
English is not something you need to fight with. It is not an enemy. It is a tool. It is something you can gently add to your day, like brushing your teeth or opening a window. When you add English softly, without stress, your brain feels safer. And when your brain feels safe, learning becomes easier.
You do not need to understand every word you hear today. That is very important. Understanding everything is not the goal. Understanding a little is already progress. Even if you understand one idea, one sentence, or one word, that is enough for today. Learning English is not about collecting everything at once. It is about letting the language slowly enter your life.
Here, you are allowed to be slow. You are allowed to pause the audio. You are allowed to listen again. You are allowed to not understand and still continue. This podcast is not a test. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is giving you a score. This is a safe space where your English can grow quietly, in its own time.
Some days, you may feel motivated. Other days, you may feel tired. That is normal. A small morning routine helps because it does not depend on strong motivation. It depends on habit. When something is small and gentle, it is easier to repeat. And repetition is what helps English stay with you.
In this episode, we will talk about real mornings. Not perfect mornings. Real ones. Mornings with alarms, phones, coffee, rushing, and tired eyes. We will look at how English can fit into those real moments. Not by adding stress, but by changing small choices.
Think of this episode as a quiet walk together. We are not running. We are not racing anyone. We are just walking and talking softly about English and daily life. You can listen while sitting, while lying down, or while doing something simple. You do not need full attention. Even half attention is okay.
If at any point you feel lost, that is okay. Just keep listening. Your brain is still learning, even when you do not notice it. English learning often works in the background. One day, you suddenly realize you understand more, or you speak a little more easily. That change comes from many small moments like this one.
So settle in. Take a breath. Let your shoulders relax. This is your time. A quiet moment for English, for calm, and for yourself.
I remember a time when my mornings felt very rushed. I would wake up and immediately think about everything I had to do. My phone, my work, my responsibilities. English was always at the bottom of the list. I would tell myself, I will practice later, but later never came. By the end of the day, I was tired, and my brain felt full. English felt heavy like another job.
Yes, I felt that too. For me, the problem was not only time. It was also pressure. I thought English practice had to be serious. Sitting at a desk. Opening a book. Studying hard. When I did not have the energy for that, I did nothing. And then I felt disappointed in myself. I compared myself to other learners who seemed more disciplined and more confident.
I used to watch videos of people speaking English easily. They sounded natural, relaxed. I sounded slow in my head. That comparison made me feel smaller. It made me feel like I was behind. And when you feel behind, it is hard to start. You think, what is the point? I am not good at this.
I remember one morning very clearly. I was sitting with a cup of tea, still half asleep. I did not want to scroll on my phone, but I also did not want to study. I felt stuck in between. Then I thought, what if I just listen? No notes. No rules. Just listening. I played a short English podcast while drinking my tea.
That felt different. There was no pressure. I was not trying to remember everything. I was just listening to voices, to rhythm, to simple words. Felt calm. I did not feel like I was studying. I felt like I was spending time with someone. That small moment changed how I saw English.
I had a similar experience. I started talking to myself in the morning. Very quietly. Just 1 or 2 sentences. Today I feel tired. I have a busy day. At first, it felt strange. I worried someone might hear me. But then I realized nobody was watching. It was just me. That made it safe.
Speaking in the morning felt easier than speaking later in the day. My mind was not full yet. I was not worried about mistakes. I was not thinking about grammar rules. I was just saying what I felt. Those sentences were simple, but they were real. They belonged to my life.
Sometimes I missed a day. Sometimes I forgot. And that is okay. I learned that missing one day does not erase everything. What matters is coming back. Being gentle with yourself. English does not disappear because you rest.
I also noticed something interesting. When I started my day with a little English, my confidence felt different later. Even if I did not speak English that day, I felt closer to it. Like English was not a stranger anymore. It was something familiar, something friendly.
Morning routines work because they meet you where you are. They do not ask for perfection. They ask for honesty. How do you feel this morning? What can you do right now? Even one sentence is enough. Even listening is enough.
Many learners think progress must feel big, but real progress often feels quiet. It feels like small moments stacking together. A calm morning, a short listen, a simple sentence. These are not dramatic changes, but they are real.
And when English becomes part of your morning, it becomes part of your life. Not something extra. Not something heavy. Just something that walks with you through the day.
I like to think about mornings and learning English like opening a new chapter in a book. Every morning is a fresh page. Yesterday's mistakes are on the last page, not this one. You do not need to reread them. Today, the page is clean. You can write one small line and that is enough.
That's a beautiful way to see it. Many learners think they must explain the whole book at once. Their whole story. Their whole level. But life does not work like that. Personality, confidence, and language all grow one page at a time. You are not behind. You are simply on your current page.
English learning is also like the seasons. Some mornings feel bright and easy. You wake up with energy. Words come more naturally. Other mornings feel slow and heavy. You feel tired, quiet, maybe unsure. Both kinds of mornings are normal. Winter is not a failure. It is part of the year.
When you accept that some days are slow, you stop fighting yourself. You stop asking, why am I not better today, and start saying, this is how today feels. That acceptance makes learning softer. And soft learning often lasts longer.
I also think learning English is like walking on a long road. You do not see the end every day. Some days the road feels flat. Some days it goes up. Some days you feel like you are not moving at all. But even standing still on the road means you are still on the journey.
That's important. Many people quit because they think progress must be visible every day. But language grows quietly. Like roots under the ground. You do not see them, but they are working. Listening in the morning. Speaking one sentence. Writing a few words. These are roots.
Another image I love is a river. Calm river does not rush. It moves slowly, but it never stops. You may not notice change from 1 minute to the next, but after some time, the river has traveled very far. Your English works the same way.
When you choose a small morning routine, you are choosing flow instead of force. You are not pushing English into your life. You are letting it move through your life. With your coffee. With your breath. With your quiet moments.
Many learners think motivation must come first, but often action comes first. You do not wait to feel confident. You do one small thing and confidence slowly follows. Like light entering a room through a small window. Little by little, the room feels brighter.
Morning routines are powerful because they happen before doubt wakes up fully. Before the voice that says, you are not good enough. In the morning, that voice is quieter. And you can gently choose a different voice. A kinder one.
That voice can say, I am learning. I am trying. I am here. These sentences may sound simple, but they are strong. They change how you see yourself.
So when you think about your morning routine, do not think about rules. Think about care. Think about giving yourself a small gift at the start of the day. A few minutes of English. A few minutes of growth. A few minutes of belief.
You are not late. You are not slow. You are exactly where you need to be on your road. And tomorrow morning, the page will be open again, waiting for one small, gentle line.
Let's make this very simple and very kind. A morning routine for English does not need to be big. It does not need to change your whole life. It only needs to be small enough that you can actually do it, even on tired days.
Think about your real morning. Not your perfect morning. The real one. You wake up. Maybe you feel sleepy. Maybe you check your phone. Maybe you make tea or coffee. We are not here to remove these things. We are only here to gently add English into moments that already exist.
The first micro-action is listening. This is the easiest place to start. You already listen to things in the morning. Music. Videos. Social media. Instead of changing the habit, you only change the language. Choose one short English audio. A calm podcast. A short conversation. Even 5 minutes is enough.
You can listen while you brush your teeth, while you make your bed, while you prepare breakfast. You do not need to sit at a desk. You do not need to take notes. Just let English enter your ears softly. This helps your brain wake up in English without pressure.
The second micro-action is speaking. This sounds scary to many learners, but we keep it very small. You do not need to speak to other people. You only speak to yourself. Your mirror. Your room. Your quiet space.
After listening, say 1 or 2 sentences out loud. For example, today I feel calm, or I am a little tired, but it's okay. These sentences are not for grammar. They are for confidence. When you hear your own voice in English every morning, your fear slowly becomes smaller.
Speaking does not need to be loud. It can be a whisper. It can be slow. What matters is that your mouth moves. Your brain learns that English is safe. That it belongs to your voice.
The third micro-action is writing. Writing helps you slow down your thoughts. It helps you organize feelings. In the morning, your mind is often full. Plans, worries, tasks. Writing one small paragraph can clear some space inside.
You can write 3 sentences. That's all. For example, today I will work and study. I want to feel focused. I will be kind to myself. These sentences are simple, but they are powerful. They help you think in English, not just translate.
You can write in a notebook or in your phone. It does not matter. What matters is consistency. Writing a little every morning is better than writing a lot once a month.
The fourth micro-action is review. Review means looking again. Many learners skip this step, but it is very important. Learning without review is easy to forget. Review helps words stay with you.
In the morning, review can be very light. Look at one word you learned yesterday. One phrase. Read it again. Say it once. That's enough. You are reminding your brain. This is important.
All these actions together do not need more than 10 or 15 minutes. And you do not need to do all of them every day. Some days you only listen. Some days you only speak. That is okay. This routine is flexible. It adapts to your energy.
Small actions work because they do not scare you. Big plans create pressure. Pressure creates fear. Fear stops action. Small actions feel safe, so you repeat them. And repetition is where change lives.
Think of your English like a plant. You do not pull it to make it grow faster. You give it water, light, time. Morning routines are that water. Quiet, regular, gentle.
You are not trying to become perfect. You are building a relationship with English. Calm one, a friendly one where English feels like part of your life, not a test.
So tomorrow morning, do not ask, how much English should I study? Ask, what is one small thing I can do? 1 sentence. 1 minute. 1 breath with English. That is more than enough.
Now let's talk about something just as important as the routine itself. Your mindset in the morning. What you tell yourself in those first minutes can quietly change how you feel about English for the rest of the day.
Many learners wake up with a heavy thought. I should be better by now. I am too slow. Others speak better than me. These thoughts come automatically. You did not choose them. But if you start your morning with these thoughts, English already feels like a burden before you even begin.
A gentle morning routine is not only about listening or speaking. It is also about being kind to yourself. When you wake up, you are not a machine. You are a human being. Your energy is low. Your mind is still waking up. This is not the time for pressure. This is the time for softness.
Try starting your English time with one kind sentence to yourself. You can say, I am learning. Or, I am allowed to go slowly. Or, today, I will do a little, and that is enough. These sentences may feel small, but they change your emotional space.
When your emotions are calm, your brain learns better. Fear closes the mind. Calm opens it. This is why stress makes English feel harder than it really is. It is not your ability. It is the feeling around it.
Morning is special because your mind is not yet full of the day's noise. No long conversations. No problems. No comparisons. It is a quiet window where you can meet English peacefully. If you protect that window, even for a few minutes, English starts to feel lighter.
Some days you will feel motivated. You will enjoy listening. You will want to speak more. Other days you will feel tired or bored. That is normal. Learning is not a straight line. Do not judge your whole journey by one morning.
On low energy days, lower the bar. Instead of writing 3 sentences, write 1 word. Instead of speaking for 2 minutes, say 1 sentence. Showing up in a small way is still showing up.
This is how confidence is built. Not from big actions, but from gentle consistency. Confidence grows when your brain sees proof. I come back every day, even when it's messy, even when it's quiet.
Another important part of the morning mindset is letting go of comparison. You might listen to fluent speakers and think, I will never sound like that. But you are not listening to hear what you lack. You are listening to collect small pieces.
Every phrase you understand is progress. Every word that sounds familiar is progress. You do not need to understand everything to be improving. Partial understanding is not failure. It is the natural state of learning.
Try this simple practice. After your morning English time, ask yourself one question: what did I understand today? Not what you didn't understand. Only what you did. Maybe it was 1 word. Maybe 1 idea. That is enough.
Your brain remembers what you focus on. If you focus on mistakes, your brain learns fear. If you focus on understanding, your brain learns confidence.
Morning routines also help you create an identity. You stop being someone who wants to learn English and start becoming someone who uses English every day. Even for 5 minutes. Identity changes everything.
When you see yourself as a daily English user, you stop waiting for motivation. You just do it like brushing your teeth. Some days you enjoy it. Some days you don't. But you still do it.
This identity shift happens quietly. 1 morning at a time. You will not notice it suddenly. But one day, you will realize English feels more familiar. Less scary. More yours.
And remember, your morning routine does not need to be perfect to work. It only needs to be repeated. Miss a day? That's okay. Come back the next morning. There is no punishment, no guilt, just return.
Learning English is not a race. There is no finish line you need to reach quickly. It is a companion that walks with you through life. Morning routines are simply a way to walk together calmly.
So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, do not rush. Do not judge yourself. Take 1 breath. Choose 1 small English action. And remind yourself, slow is okay. Gentle is powerful. And you are already moving forward.
Let's move into the next part of this journey and talk about something very practical, but also very emotional: how to build a morning English routine that actually stays with you, not just for a week, but for months.
Many learners start with strong motivation. One morning feels exciting. You wake up early, listen to English, maybe write a paragraph, and you feel proud. But after a few days, life happens. You feel tired. The alarm feels heavier. And slowly, the routine disappears. This is not because you are lazy. It is because the routine was not gentle enough.
A routine that lasts must feel kind. It must feel like support, not punishment. If your morning English time feels like pressure, your mind will try to escape it. But if it feels calm and achievable, your mind will accept it.
The first secret is to attach English to something you already do. Do not create a completely new habit if you can help it. For example, you already drink tea or coffee in the morning. You already brush your teeth. You already travel to work or school. These moments are anchors.
Instead of saying, I will study English every morning, say, when I make my tea, I will listen to English. Or, when I walk to the bus stop, I will repeat one English sentence. This makes English part of your life, not an extra task.
The second secret is to decide your minimum, not your maximum. Many learners plan what they want to do on a perfect day. 1 podcast, 10 new words, writing, speaking. But perfect days are rare. Real days are messy.
So ask yourself this question: what is the smallest English action I can do even on a bad morning? Maybe it is listening for 2 minutes. Maybe it is reading 1 sentence. That is your minimum. On good days, you can do more. On bad days, you still succeed.
Success is not about doing a lot. It is about not breaking the chain. When you keep the chain unbroken, your confidence grows quietly.
Another important part is to keep your English input calm in the morning. This is not the best time for heavy grammar or difficult exams. Your brain is still waking up. Choose content that feels friendly. Conversations. Stories. Soft explanations.
When English feels friendly, your brain relaxes. When your brain relaxes, learning happens naturally. This is why podcasts, simple videos, or slow conversations work so well in the morning.
Also, allow your routine to change with your life. Some weeks are busy. Some weeks are calmer. Your routine should breathe with you. If you travel, change jobs, or feel sick, adjust your routine. Do not abandon it.
Flexibility is not weakness. It is intelligence. A routine that bends does not break.
Now let's talk about mistakes, because they are part of every routine. Some mornings you will forget English. Some mornings you will choose scrolling instead. When that happens, notice your reaction.
If you say to yourself, I am bad at this, I always fail, your routine becomes emotional pain. But if you say, okay, today was different, tomorrow is another chance, your routine stays safe.
The way you talk to yourself matters more than the routine itself. Be the kind teacher you needed when you first started learning.
Morning routines also teach patience. Progress in English is slow, especially when it is calm. You may not feel improvement every week. Sometimes it feels invisible. But invisible growth is still growth.
Think of a plant growing under the soil. You water it every day, but you see nothing. Then one day, a small green leaf appears. English grows the same way.
You may suddenly understand a sentence that confused you before. You may answer someone without panic. These moments are signs that your routine is working.
Another helpful idea is to end your morning English time with a positive feeling. Do not stop when you feel frustrated. Stop when you feel okay. Even if it's early. This teaches your brain that English time is safe and pleasant.
Your brain will then be more willing to return the next day.
Over time, your routine becomes something familiar. Not exciting. Not scary. Just normal. And normal is powerful. When English becomes normal, it stops feeling like a mountain and starts feeling like a path.
One day, you may look back and realize you are no longer afraid of English mornings. They are just part of who you are now.
So remember this: a strong morning routine is not built with force. It is built with kindness, patience, and small promises you keep to yourself.
You do not need to change your whole life. You only need to gently change how you start your day. And from that small change, many other things quietly grow.
Let's come to the final part of today's episode, and before we finish, let's slow down together for a moment.
If you are listening right now, you showed up for yourself today. Even listening is an action. Even staying until the end is progress. Many people want to improve their English, but you actually did something. That matters more than you think.
Now, take a gentle breath and ask yourself a few honest questions. You don't need to answer out loud, but let them sit in your mind.
How do my mornings usually feel right now?
Do they feel rushed, heavy, or calm?
Where is one small place in my morning where English could fit matter?